What's up, YouTube? My name's Zane. Today I'm bringing you a crazy deck profile that we played in Diamond Ranked yesterday on stream. This is Thunder Dragon, Despia, DPE, Chaos, Frightfur. It's got a lot of engines in it. Grasslick Screener. But basically it's like Thunder Despia with a lot of other small engines. The way the deck works, most of the time you're going to be putting up like a Colossus plus one or two Masquerades and a DPE, which is an insane board. If you guys don't know, Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, while you control this Fusion Summon card, your opponent must pay 600 life points to activate cards or effects, and that's not, if you have two of them, it's stacked, so they have to pay 1200 to activate cards or effects. So establishing two of these is on its own is just basically a first turn kill, because your opponent can only activate 6 cards, and then if they activate a 7th card, they die. And most decks can't deal with these activating less than 6 cards if you have 2 of them. But even if you only have 1, like with the Colossus and the DP, you're gonna burn them so much, and even if they do clear your board, this deck has insane follow-up and is able to put up enough damage to kill them, because they're probably gonna burn themselves for like at least half their life points. Just to out the board. But for the deck profile, we play 2 Despia and Tragedy. This card's really good because it triggers off of Grasslick Screener. If it gets sent to the graveyard, it triggers off of Allure of Darkness. You can also banish it off Gold Sark, send it with Foolish Burial. It has a lot of synergy with the deck. What it does when it's sent to the graveyard or banished by a card effect, you can add a Despia monster from your deck to your hand. So what you do, normally you'll search the Allure, which is basically a Stratos for the Despia archetype. So we play the 2 Despia and Tragedy, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash. I just feel like you should play this in every deck, self-explanatory. 1 White Dragon Wyvern Burster, 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. They're there to search with Chaos Space to be able to Link Climb. Also, they're free bodies to be able to fuse with. Like you can fuse with either of them to make Masquerade with a Despia monster, and then they replace themselves. So they're just really good all around. They can banish the Thunder Dragons from your grave and stuff. We play the 2 Edge Imp Chain along with the 2 Patchwork and 2 Polymerization. You could up this to 3, but I had to cut some cards to be able to fit to 60. Believe it or not, we had a hard time getting to 60 cards. But basically what this card does, when it's sent to the graveyard for the hand or the field, you can add a Frightfur card, so you can add Patchwork. This is the one that you want to start with most of the time, is you activate Patchwork, search Chain, and Poly, and then you can Poly with a Despia monster in the Chain to turn into Masquerade, and then the Chain will search another Patchwork for the next turn to be able to search Poly and Chain again. So this card is just a free +1 that gets your engine rolling. You could also, in this deck, you can Poly with Thunder Dragon and any other Thunder Dragon monster for Colossus, which comes up sometimes too. But we also play the 3 Snow. This is probably the best card in the deck. You mill it off of Grasslick Screener. It can trigger all your Thunder Dragon effects. And you can Poly with it to make Masquerade, because it's a light monster, because Masquerade requires a Despia and a light or a dark. So it's just really good in this deck for obvious reasons. We play the 1 Celestial and 1 Dasher to be able to make the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer with Anaconda, or the hard drawing the Fusion Destiny. This deck has so many power spells in it, as you could tell. All the spells in this deck are so strong. But yeah, we play the 2 targets. Then we play the 3 Allure. This card, when it's normal or special summoned, you can add a branded spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So basically, this is your main normal summon of the deck. You're gonna activate, or normal summon this, activate its effect to either search Branded Opening, which special summons a Despia from your deck, which you can special summon the Dramaturge, which is a really good card on its own. Or you can, a lot of time you're gonna search Branded in Red. Branded in Red, it reads target 1 Despia monster or Fallon Valbaz in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then you can apply the following effect: fusion summon 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing the fusion materials mentioned on it from your hand or field. But it can't attack directly. So it's a quick play spell, so you can set it up to make a Masquerade on your opponent's turn, but it also does, it's able to, like, you normal summon a Allure, search Branded in Red, and if you have already have a Tragedy or something engraved, that just lets you fuse would just normal summon a Luber with Tragedy Engraved lets you make a Masquerade with just one card. So this card's really good, and a Luber is very versatile. It can search a lot of cards. You can also search the Despian Theater, which is basically a field spell polymerization. So yeah, we play the 3 Luber, the 3 Thunder Dragon. We only play 2 Dragon Dark. This card's not as good in this version. You don't make Titan as often, so having the 3rd one in deck doesn't matter as much. You want to mill it off of Grasslick Screener, but you don't really want to draw this card most of the time. It's good when you are able to fuse with it in the grave and then able to banish it later on. But we only play 2 because it's not as good in this build. And for the Allure of Darkness, we have way more targets now, so we don't have to play a higher dark count. We play the 1 Dragonhawk because it's limited 1, and then the 2 Roar because it's the best one, limited to 2. These all have like really good synergy with the deck. Mill them with Grasslick Screener, banish them with the Chaos Dragons, banish them with Snow. You know, there's a lot of ways to trigger these effects. We play the 1 Dramaturge. This is a really big body that you can search with the Despian Tragedy or some of the branded opening or whatever. But basically what it does is you can target 1 effect monster on the field and negate its effects until the end of the turn. If a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster special summoned. So that's like an effect negate, but also if it's used as fusion material from the hand or field and sent to the graveyard or banished, you can special summon it. And that's the main effect, is you can go Polymerization or Branded in Red or Despian Theater. Like, you have a lot of different ways to fuse with this, and you make a Masquerade. So you make a Masquerade and then you summon this beside it. So you have a monster negate plus your Masquerade burning them, which is really, really powerful. We play the 2 Poly, like I said, for the Patchwork engine. It has a lot of synergy with the deck. The 1 Foolish, this card can be Snow. You can Foolish Tragedy. You can Foolish like a Dragon Roar if you need to. It does a lot here. The Goldsark has extra synergy with this deck. You can banish the Roar, you can banish the Dark, you can banish Dragonhawk. It triggers a lot of those, and it also can trigger the Tragedy, like I said. So this card's extra good in this deck. This deck's a very expensive deck, as you can tell. It has a lot of URs in it, but I just happen to already have the cards on this account, so I thought I'd throw them together. This idea works like surprisingly well, honestly. I'm a big fan of it. 3 Allure of Darkness. This card's crazy in this deck. You can banish, like I said, so many effects off of it. Grasslick Screener. This is the God card, the best card in the deck. The reason I play 60, you mill until you have the same amount of cards in your deck as your opponent. So you're milling like 15 to 20 cards with this, and that can trigger so many effects. Also, mill your Snow and fuel your Snow. We play the 2 Patchwork. This is for the Edgem Chain and the Poly, like I said. 1 Thunder Dragon Fusion. I initially made the build without Thunder Dragon Fusion and Titan, but it came up a lot where I wanted to be able to recycle my Thunder Dragons to have a better grind game. So I threw the 1 Fusion in there, and it's insanely good. Being able to search it with the Dark or milling the Thunder Dragon Fusion off of Grasslick Screener is really nice too. There's a lot of good uses of this, but if you have 1 Fusion and 2 Titans, you can have infinite Thunder Dragon engine if you do it correctly. We play the 2 Fusion Destiny. This card's insanely good, obviously. As you guys probably know, playing Master Duel recently in the higher ranks, everybody's playing like Fusion Destiny and DP. 3 Chaos Space. This card's also good. You can search the White Dragon or the Black Dragon. We're not playing Levianeer in this build. You could potentially play Levianeer because it's not super hard to make it live, but I felt like it would be a little inconsistent in this build. So I'm just playing with the 2 Chaos Dragons. But if you draw a Chaos Space plus like a Roar or a Dark or really anything, you could. There's a lot of good cards to pitch off of the Chaos Space to be able to get the Chaos Dragons and get your engine going and everything. This card's really good. The 1 Despian Theater, like I said, it's like a field spell polymerization. 2 Super Poly. This card's crazy right now with everybody summoning Anaconda and DPE. You can just Super Poly their guys into Dracostapelia or Starving Venom. Usually Dracostapelia because it's a negate. But on top of that, you can also, if you normal summon like a Luber or something and you have Super Poly, you can fuse with their lighter dark monster to make Masquerade, or you can make the Quiritis, I think is how you say it. So there's a lot of ways to get used to Super Poly in this deck. It's really good. It also, in the battle phase, sometimes you can like attack, and then Super Poly your 2 monsters together, defuse for another one, and then attack for game for a potential lethal shot. So this card is very versatile, very, very strong. Your opponent can't respond to it. It's an insane card. 2 Call by the Grave. This card should probably be played in every deck as well, just like the Maxis and the Ash Blossoms. 3 Forbidden Droplet. I just wanted to have enough going second cards. I know we're playing 60 cards, but I still wanted to play a decent amount of going second cards, so we had a chance against like some crazy boards. The Super Polys and the Droplet, Maxi, Ash, those all really help going second. So I'd highly recommend playing this. It also fills up your graveyard, gets cards that you don't want in your hand in your graveyard as well. So this card's really good. 3 Branded Opening. This discard a card, special summon a Despia from your deck. Most of the time it's going to be a Luber to be able to search Branded in red. So that's why I play 3 of that. It's just a consistency card. And it doesn't discard for cost. It discards as part of the effect. So if they like Ash Blossom this, you don't discard, for example. The 2 Branded in red, I play 2 instead of 3 because I don't really want to draw this card unless my engine's already rolling. Like I don't want to have it in my hand unless I already am able to play. So I'd rather play just 2 of this to be able to search it instead of drawing into it. That's why I play 2, but it's a really good card once your engine's already rolling. And for Super Poly targets, we play Mudragon in the Swamp, Starving Venom, and Dragos Tapelia. It's funny, in one of our duels we were playing against a Go Second deck that had a Crooked Cook with the Karibo card that makes it can't be destroyed by battle. He summoned a kaiju to our side of the field and then summoned a fire kaiju to his side of the field, and we were able to Super Poly his Crooked Cook and his fire kaiju into the Mudragon of the Swamp. There's just a lot of random decks that this is good against that you can't make Dragos Tapelia or Starving Venom against, so it makes Super Poly even more versatile. The Starving Venom, just 2 dark monsters, which is really common in a lot of meta decks, to be able to fuse 2 darks. And then Dragos Tapelia is a fusion and a dark, which, like I said, almost everybody's doing that with Anaconda and DPE right now. So you could just Super Poly, and the DPE doesn't trigger. They can't respond to Super Poly, so it just completely outs the DPE. It doesn't come back. We play the 1 Colossus. Obviously, it's a Thunder Dragon deck. We're going to play Colossus. And the 2 Titans. This is just so you have infinite resources. You can just put back the other Titan with the fusion, and then roar, add back the fusion, and then if the Titan dies, you do it again, and it's just an infinite cycle. So that's why we play 2 instead of 1. We play the Quiritis because it's just another target to poly or super poly into. But basically what it does during the main phase quick effect, you could change all the attack of all monsters currently on the field to 0 except level 8 or higher fusion monsters, and that's the main effect. So basically it can make other monsters have 0 attack, be able to attack over them. It doesn't come up a ton, but I think it's still worth the slot in extra deck. The 1 DP, this card's crazy. I don't have to explain it. 2 Masquerade. I was playing 3, but I don't think 3 comes up very often. You can get away with 2 because if you're able to summon 2, you pretty much win the game if you summon 2 at the same time. So that's why we play the 2. Because, like I said, they have to pay 600 for each copy, so they have to pay 1,200 to activate each card. So unless they have like their own Super Poly or Forbidden Droplet, like they're not really going to be able to out 2 of this. The 2 Titan, I already explained that. The 1 Striker Dragon, that's for the baby Chaos Dragons. Just be able to go Chaos Space, search a baby Chaos Dragon, link it off, and trigger its effect instantly without having to have another monster on the field. The Cross Sheep's really good in this deck because obviously we play a ton of fusions. Be able to summon to the arrow and reborn a level 4 lower monster from the graveyard and help climb into Nightmare Unicorn, which then climbs into Access Code. So that's why I play both of those as well. And then the best link in the extra deck is Anaconda. This card is so versatile in this deck, especially. You can go for Thunder Dragon Fusion, go for Fusion Destiny, you can Super Poly, which comes up a lot actually, being able to Verte. Since Verte also has the effect that you could target 1 face-up monster on the field and it becomes dark until the end of the turn. You could target your opponent's monster and make it dark. So like say they have whatever attribute that's not dark on their field and you want to out it, you can target their monster, make it dark, and then activate the effect, send Super Poly from your deck. And since it copies the effect, you don't have to discard, it's just the effect. And you can fuse with the Verte and their now dark monster into Starving Venom. So it outs like almost any monster that you can target. So that's really, really strong. But also, like I said, it can send Super Poly, send Fusion Destiny, send normal Poly, send Thunder Dragon Fusion. It just does everything you want it to. Yeah, and then the unicorn and the access code. And that's the deck. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of a complicated deck to play because you have so many like different engines and different options of plays that you can make every turn. But I'll go ahead and show some replays after this, so you guys get a kind of an understanding on how the deck works. But I think it's a lot of fun. It has a lot of power. You can extend really far. It has a lot of pushes, especially if you draw a card like Grasslick Screener. If you draw this card, you just completely win the game if it doesn't get negated most of the time. So yeah, that's the deck. It's a lot of fun. I'd recommend it if you happen to have enough gems to craft it, or if you already have Thunder Dragon and Despia on an account, you could probably just combine them. Like that's pretty much what I did because I already had the 2 decks. So it's a lot of fun though. I'd highly recommend it. But let's go ahead and get into the replays. 0-8 on coin flips, by the way. His name is Suicide. We have a Luber Grass, so like, I really can't complain. Maybe that'll end his turn. Sometimes if you Ash the Fractal, okay, it won't end his turn because he had Foolish as well. The story of the Headless Horseman was actually a spin-off. Dullahan. The only thing I know about Dullahan is that there's a Ghost Trick monster named Ghost Trick Dullahan. Question, what do you expect from us mods as the channel progresses? Just keep doing what you guys are doing. There's no, I don't expect anything. Just ban the bots and keep the chat tame. That's all I really expect out of a mod. Bear Brum. Did you coop when the channel hits 1 million? So upset, even if you mill the hero materials, you can banish them late game if you need to for a draw 2 win a game. Was that earlier this week? Yeah, that's true. We did that. One of our games earlier, we grass milled both DP targets, and we were still able to use the Celestial. What do you do if my level in Discord is higher than yours? I don't know. What level am I? Like 19 or something in the Discord? That'd be kind of crazy if a member gets higher. So he searched Revolt. Okay, so 32 cards. I'm gonna try to bait a potential Ash right here with a Luber. Play a Destiny board deck to Diamond. I don't even know that's possible. Hey, we baited Ash. Very nice. Alright, Grass is gonna go dumb hard here. Alright, so we hit a Tragedy, which is very good. Snow, Thunder Dragons. Yeah, we hit everything we want here. Definitely don't play a luck-based deck with your luck today. Yeah, for sure. Tavia, that ain't happening with your fan base. That's true. That's true. We'll add Dramaturge. So we know he has Revolt, and I think that's it. So then we can go. So our Hawk. So we won't be able to make Colossus, unfortunately, but this is still going to be really good. Banish, 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 banish. Guess I'll banish this. Is there anything we banish for Chaos Space? Do not. Finish these. Or well. What about when the channel gets really big? And you have events, bigger investments, bids, and streams. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate, like, I don't expect that out of mods, but I would appreciate stuff like that for sure. Let's see, so we'll go Chain Link 1 Snow. We'll just flip the Fractal because we can. Chain Link 2 Roar. Chain Link 3 Dark. Oh, we did that wrong. We're supposed to add off of the Hawk before we Dark. Did that in the wrong order. That's okay. Or to Diamond Exodia only. Okay, Hawk, we're gonna put back back the Aluber. I think just the Aluber. I want to keep the rest. Oh no. That was actually the worst draw. Because we did that in the wrong order, it messed us up really bad, to be honest. Because now we can't summon off a Roar, because that was our only target. Or never mind, we have another target. Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired today, if you guys can't tell. Now we have a lot of options. I appreciate that sub, Marcelo. Thank you. Can actually do a lot here. We can go Branded in red. Make Masquerade. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. We're all either drunk, high, sleep deprived, or all the above. that is very accurate. Yeah, so I'm gonna Brandon red. Just go ahead and get them. Well, I should have made Cross Sheep actually. I keep messing up. I think I'd rather make Anaconda anyways. You can Brandon red summon Colossus. That's kind of funny. I really think about that. Maybe we should. No, I think I'd rather make Dramaturge. Or trigger the Dramaturge. And we'll use the Tragedy. When I bug your shoes together. We're really down for it as I like helping people. Also could help you with your tech stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, that'd be amazing. If I could get to the point where I have people like in the background helping with all the background stuff, that would help me so much. Because that's where a lot of my time goes. Because both like working full time and like trying to edit videos and make thumbnails and all that stuff, like it takes a lot. To be able to do it all consistently. A lot of time. So now we have a lot of options. We can go Anaconda. We still have Snow. This will negate the Omen. I think I'm gonna go Anaconda with Snow and Dragon Dark. Yeah. So we didn't mill any targets, right? Yeah, good, okay. Yo, what's up, Climeme? Alright, so he revolts, and we're fine with Revolt. Because we can negate the Omen, like I said, with Dramaturge. Takata is literally the only person here with a good head and on the shoulders. So reliable. Yeah, he is super reliable. People are probably playing you like, what is this? I know. We have so many engines within one deck. Oh, he couldn't even make Omen this whole time. What the heck? Yeah, we don't care about a Farragut. I love this card. This card's so good. Just like burning them for damage is crazy. Nervall. I think we're gonna Ash that. Yeah. Interesting deck. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a one-of-a-kind deck for sure. I don't think anybody else is playing a deck like this. I was at work today and I was like theorying Yu-Gi-Oh while I was working, and I was like, this would probably work. And so far we're 0-8 on coin flips, so we haven't had like a good opportunity to see exactly what it does. Oh, we could super poly him. We could super poly these two. Yo, should we super poly for we can make Mud Dragon, right? Or we could super poly. Oh, never mind. Okay. I was say I could Anaconda, either Fusion Destiny, or we can super poly his two guys into Mud Dragon, and that's just game. But this is a rocket deck. I don't know if you guys can see that. Here's like Tracer and stuff. But I like the I like Dragon Link a lot. I've considered making like a Dragon Link Thunder deck as well, because the Thunder engine works pretty well with the Dragon Link cards. All right, we drew our favorite card. It's funny, we put one Thunder Dragon Fusion in our 60 card deck, and we've opened it both times so far. What did he? I was reading chat. What did he reveal? Oh, he's playing Eldritch. Okay. What did he grab? Did he grab Maxi? He added Ash. Okay. With that. Edgimp Chain. Chain plus Aluber is like a really good combo too. We're gonna start with this because I want to bait the Ash, especially since we have two. There we go, baited the Ash. Despia's gonna be so strong when it gets the rest of the cards. And the Tearlaments eventually. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Despia is crazy in the TCG right now. It's for sure the best deck in the TCG. With Branded Fusion, such an insane card. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, we drew grass and chaos space. Let's go. All right, this is gonna be insane. Yeah, let's go Thunder Dragon. Oh yeah, that's same here. Keeps getting me this Frank Kid deck though. But only one shifter because if you send something to the grave, it's a break. Well, I think it's worth it just to increase your chances of drawing shifter. You play 3 of it because you want to see at least one going second because it's like an auto win against most combo decks. It's just not as good against Sword Soul as it was against like Drytron and Tri Brigade. So that's why I'm less inclined to play it as well. We're going to thin the deck a little bit. We're not going to mill as many cards, but I don't want to make the other cards in my hand bad because of grass. First thing, you know, this fighting color name. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I'm cool with, I mean, she's in the chat sometimes anyways, and her name's Maddie in the chat, so I'm not opposed to it. Does anybody believe it pull at least one DP? You got it, dude. Took a whole day to get from flat 5 to flat 4. I'm scared of another game. I get that. The flat climb was rough for me as well. It took a while. It took me like 3 whole streams to get to diamond. And we're still just diamond 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into this. We're gonna get the white dragon out of the deck before we grass, and then we'll grass. We'll still be able to mill 14 cards. Oof, he has max C though. Max C kind of sucks. See, now I think I'm just gonna go for grass. He's already used Ash Blossom. Usually Eldritch doesn't play more. We're going for the challenge. Usually they only play Maxi and Ash. Sometimes Ghost Spell, sometimes. But they never really play Nibiru. Yeah, we're just gonna go for game. Accept the challenge. Alright, we hit a snow. That's good. Alright, we hit Dasher. Hit both tragedies. But we hit a snow. All we care about is snow. Our Brandon Red's gonna be really good too. Yeah, so now we can like go very hard. Oh. Come on, dude. This is so bad for us because we've already summoned twice, so this might as well be Vanity's Emptiness. That sucks, dude. Wow. Good old Eldritch. Gotta love it. We could chain Snow to just push for a little bit more damage, maybe, but he gets another draw, so I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. Is he playing Eldritch? Yeah, he is. So he'll just negate our, or not negate it, but make it fizzle because we can't summon again. Good old summon limit. Yeah, we literally can't do anything. We can't even summon our Luber now. Alright, yep. Punch for 1,000. Oh, we're not punching for 1,000 either. Yep, that was fun. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. Actually, just could have been if you OTK. I'd like to try this version, but I find Despia hard to pilot at a high level. It is pretty hard. You have a lot of options with the Despia cards, for sure. Especially like the hybrid version. There's so many options with this. Like, you have so many different lines of play at any given time. Tough, yeah. Sometimes you just get floodgated. You can't really do anything about it. Sword Soul Supernova is hot. Sin the summon limit? Aw. Turn would have been great without summon limit? Absolutely. We could have done so much there. What's Floodgate mean? Floodgate is like any card, typically continuous trap cards, but it can also be monsters and stuff that basically say your opponent cannot play the game unless they draw a specific like removal card. So like summon limit, we can only summon twice per turn, so it's a floodgate because it prevents us from playing our deck. So that's any card that just like prevents you from playing. Not like a negate, like a card that like negates something or whatever, that's different, but like a card that stays on the field until you draw like a lightning storm or a feather duster, or for example like calamities is a floodgate if you draw like a forbidden, need to draw like forbidden droplet or something. I guess we'll activate this. Yeah, might as well. No look player. What's the purpose of Striker Dragon? To be able to trigger your Black Dragon or your White Dragon's effect without having to like link it into a League 2. You can just go like summon Black Dragon, link it into Striker Dragon, and be able to search the other dragon right away. So that's why we play the Striker Dragon. Because it makes it where like just Chaos Space is a Link 2. So this does two things for us. It flips down his Golden Lord, so he can't resolve this effect, but he does have Hakuero engraved to get another Sanguine, unfortunately. But it does help. Like Despia, because he can get rid of problem monsters. Yeah. Konami loves Floodgates, to be honest. Absolutely. I think all the cards should be banned. Like Rivalry of Warlords, Goes in Match. What did we draw? Ash? Oh, Ash is actually going to save us here. Oh, Ash is such a good draw. We're not going to use Dasher. This is actually nuts. We can go with Fusion. We're able to pop the summon limit now. Fusion, add Roar. Roar, add back Fusion. Then we Fusion, put back the Thunder Dragons. Just no Ghost Bell. Nice. Guess I'll summon it here. Yeah, here. You'll have nightmares about losing to you. Stream popped off real quick. Yeah, the past several streams have been doing really well. We've been averaging over 100 viewers, which is awesome. New wave of Floodgate support. I saw that. I was talking to one of my friends when all that came out, and we were just both like, "Wow, this is so dumb." I'm surprised this guy actually played it correctly, because this makes Titan miss timing. We have to Ash this. Because if you chain anything to Titan, Titan's effect does not trigger. So he could chain the Hakuero here. If he wants to. If he chains Hakuero, Titan misses timing. See if he knows. He knows. Or I mean, Conquistador, sorry, not Hakuero. Colossus is a Floodgate. Yes, Colossus is also a Floodgate. Floodgate's so fun. Wow. Yeah. Gotta love them. You guys want to know a really cool play that a lot of people don't realize? See how summon limit says neither player can summon more than 2 times per turn. Negated summons do not count towards this limit. Check out this play. A lot of people do not know you can do this. You can tribute set, and that does not count as a summon, and then you can fusion your Thunder Dragon into Colossus. So since we've already summoned once, normally if we just summon Thunder Dragon, we wouldn't be able to do anything else, but we can actually tribute set and out it. Let's see. Why didn't Titan pop? Because Titan has to has to activate at Chain Link 2 because it is a when you can effect. This is a very complicated ruling for anybody that's newer to the game. But when a card says when you can, it can miss timing. And since he activated a card at Chain Link 2, it missed timing where it could activate, so it cannot activate its effect. So since he chained Sanguine the first time and then chained Conquistador the second time, both Titan effects were unable to activate because they both missed timing. It's really complex. Like, I don't know why Yu-Gi-Oh's that complicated. What's up, Shiro? What's up, Reed? I guess you've been in here for a minute, Reed. I forgot you were in here. So I think we're gonna do the play that I was talking about. That way we can kill both. Almost did that wrong. Sick fact, yeah. A lot of people don't realize that, but this in 2019, summon limit was pretty common when I was playing Thunder Dragon, so I learned that ruling back then. Which one do you activate? Sanguine. We could just keep Snow flipping down his thing, and like he can't do much about it. Oh, he's playing this card? What the heck? Actual God Brain. Dean, how long do you want the stream? I'll probably stream like 3.5 hours, probably like another hour tonight. It's not gonna be like a crazy long stream tonight because I do have to work tomorrow. And I'm trying to actually get some sleep tonight, but probably like an hour. So he can't set a trap. Both of these will only set Sanguines, or some, like, they won't be defensive. So setting a monster doesn't count as a summon. Correct. Not under summon limit. It's kind of weird because certain cards setting a monster is a summon, but summon limit, no. It's like very weird. I think like Zombie World setting a monster counts as a summon. It's like weird. It's weird. You can't tribute set. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh's complicated. It says you can, but in reality, mistiming, you actually can't. Just gotta win, new flat. Cheered. I'm being annoyed, so happy. No, it's all good, man. You're not being annoyed at all. What did he do? What did he just activate? So he activated both traps. That's fine. We're gonna finalize the custom ban list for the tournament. I'm not sure. I want to host the tournament as soon as I can, but it does take a lot to set up. I think maybe I might have time this week to be able to set it up for not this weekend, but the next weekend, hopefully. I can't like promise anything, but hopefully. Okay, we'll banish this. Banish all these, and should I banish this? Probably. Yeah, we will. And I guess I'll banish the Looper. So this turns off potential. I mean, he set Sanguine, right? Okay, so he set Sanguine and Black Awakening. But I think we add Hawk or Roar. I'm not sure. We could add Roar. Probably Roar. promised new emotes. They are in the process. I have 6 more emotes coming. The artist is working on them right now. He said he'll be done either tonight or tomorrow night, so should have them later this week. I'm really excited. You guys are gonna really like them. Sorry, I'll re-chat in 1 second. Let me finish my play. Okay, so we have a lot of options. I'm gonna start with activating Dragon Roar. If he chains anything, the Titan misses timing. Oh, let's go. We get to resolve Titan, potentially. Unless this is a monster negate. Because we don't know what this one is. We know what these 2 are, but not that one. So it is a monster negate. Okay. It's honestly okay, though. Not too worried about it. Burn all his resources, yeah. So I should have actually, I forgot this was engraved. I thought this was still banished. I should have done that in the other order. But I think it's okay. We still have another roar in deck, right? Yeah. So we go that. Yeah, it's honestly fine. Add this to hand. Then we can normal summon a Luber if we want to. Or we can summon the White Dragon. I think we normal summon a Luber. Search Branded in red to be able to use on his turn to make a Masquerade, potentially. Or we could get the Fusion and just make Masquerade now. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Because then Adjumpt Chain will be able to search too. And we'll summon... So that's our 2 summons. When are gifted memberships taking effect? I heard they're active today. Let's go. We beat the the Eldritch guy. We made like a minor misstep there in the order we activated Roar. We should have activated Fusion before we activated Roar. But other than that, I feel like we played that really well.